Hello again, YouTube. AK Trapper here. I want to talk a little bit about chainsaws. Not going to be talking about chainsaw safety or how to use them or anything like that, but I kind of want to focus in on one chainsaw in particular, one I just recently picked up, a little electric chainsaw made by Dewalt. And just for a little background, I've been using chainsaws my whole life. I heat my house with wood, and so from I think as young as 12 years old, my father put a chainsaw in my hands, taught me how to use it, and I've been using them ever since. And never thought I'd have much use for an electric chainsaw, but I do a lot of hot tent camping and hunting in the fall time, and lately I've been thinking it'd be nice to have a chainsaw. I've been using buck saws and these Japanese made silky saws. They work really good, but the more I thought about it, it'd be nice to have a chainsaw, but you don't want the noise in your camp. So I've been thinking electric chainsaw, and so I finally decided to give it a try, and I purchased one of these Dewalt 20 volt 12-inch chainsaws, and I'm really liking it. I've been using it now for about a week, and I gotta say I was impressed. I was out clearing out dead wood and brush, just working on the property, trying to clean things up, and cutting firewood too at the same time. And I was out on 4 hours on one charge on one battery, and I was doing a lot of cutting, and it just kept on going. So I was impressed. So I was going to give a little demonstration. I think this would be the ideal saw for hot tent camping and hunting. I know back when my father and I used to hunt together, my dad used to have a chainsaw, and he would put vegetable oil for the bar, and he would actually use that chainsaw to rip a moose in half. We'd have it hanging up there, we'd skin it, and he would cut right down the backbone. He liked to leave the bone in. And I was thinking this little saw would probably work excellent for that too. So I purchased one. I think they're about $260, $270 on Amazon right now. The most expensive part is these batteries are like $130, $140 a piece now for a little 5 amp hour battery. And a 9 amp hour battery you're going to pay $200 or better for. But I think one of these 9 amp hour flex volt batteries would probably last you most all day. So if you wanted a battery that'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. I understand that they even make some now 12 amp hours. They're claiming made in China, aftermarket. I can't vouch for them. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this up and give you a little demonstration of how it cuts. I know I certainly was impressed. This thing probably about due to be sharpened, but it still cuts. It still cuts really good. So let's go try it. Okay, here we go. This is I don't know, maybe 3 inches in diameter. Not a real big log, but it'll give you an idea what it can do. One of the things I really like about this is I can use it single-handed, and it's just real handy. I'm a big man. I'm 6'6", 250 pounds, and this is a one-handed saw for me. You can see it makes pretty short work out of small firewood, but how about something a little bit bigger? How about something in 7-8 inch class? Let's give it a try. Okay, I don't have a tape measure with me, but I'd say this is probably at least 7 inches in diameter, so let's see how this saw does. try it again. Get rid of this. Now that's nowhere near as fast as my my big still there, or my John Shreds, or even my home light, but it doesn't weigh anywhere near as much either. For conveyance, it's really nice, and it does get the job done. I have a pretty big hand, and well, you can see that's a pretty good size cut. I was cutting stuff yesterday. This bar claims to be 12 inches, but in fact you're only getting about 10¼ inches from here to here. And I was cutting stuff that was an inch beyond this, so it was a good 11-12 inches in diameter, and it would do it. And the thing was, it would keep on doing it. This battery just seems to last and last and last. And I'm thinking that I've been using vegetable oil for bar oil in this thing. I have not put any petroleum-based oils in it, and nor will I ever. This saw is going to run vegetable oils exclusively, because I'm going to use this for cutting up my moose next year, as well as for heating my tent and you know, cutting up firewood for my hot tent. I think this is a really good investment, and I'll show you some more of the different features and functions of this saw. Let's go back on over to the table. This saw is definitely made user-friendly. To take the bar and chain off, no tools are required. All you have to do is loosen that nut, loosen the tensioner. This spins right off. And as you can see, it gives you access to your chain and your bar. The bar can come off like that, chain comes off like that. It's totally accessible. Has a tiny little sprocket here, drive sprocket. So very easy to work on, just about as easy to reassemble. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. Now, one of the features on the newer models is that on this tensioning nut, once you get it down here, you need to lift this little rubber thing up so that it'll clear. And then you want to tension this so that at 1/8 of an inch it'll just snap back. So that's probably about as tight as you want to go, maybe a little tighter. And then you torque that down. The newer nuts have a hex socket in here where you can actually put a wrench in there and get a little bit more torque. I'm a little bit reluctant to torque real hard on this because it is plastic and I don't want to break it. But even if I did break it, I could still work on the saw with an Allen wrench. And there, she's good to go. If you want to turn it off so that it'll be safe, you simply push the bar lock and nothing works. Pull it back and away she goes. So, and it actually comes with a really nice little bar guard too. Well built and a nice little package. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention too is, I already told you about the batteries. You can get a 9 amp hour battery, or it comes with a 5 amp hour battery, or you can buy the tool without any batteries if you already have an assortment of batteries. But then a replacement chain from Oregon, Advanced Cut R45 is the number, and this is seems to be a semi-chisel type tooth. Haven't tried it out yet, so I can't tell you how it cuts, but generally they cut really well. So, yeah, I think I'm going to like this little saw. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but it doesn't make much noise. Don't even need hearing protection. And I'm thinking for hunting camp, the less noise the better. So a regular chainsaw would be out of the question. Scare every moose for 100 miles off. But with this thing, yeah, it don't make much noise. So I think it'd be great for hunting. So there you have it. It's the Dewalt 20 volt XR 12 inch. Nice little saw.